Welcome to my Me Time Monday wellness hack on how to adopt the sunshine diet. This is a Me Time Monday wellness hack, which is part of our self-care in 7 minutes video series. I'm Sherri Snelling, gerontologist, author of Me Time Monday, and CEO of the Caregiving Club. When it comes to good nutrition, I have 3 diets in my Me Time Monday book. The first is the rainbow diet. The second is Eat Like the French, otherwise known as the mindful eating diet. And the third is the sunshine diet. As with many of the wellness tips in my book, the sunshine diet is based on how nature and neuroscience come together for optimal physical and brain health. The sunshine diet has 3 main wellness hacks. The first is to follow a tried and true Mediterranean diet, or even up it to the Better Mind diet. Number 2 is to increase your intake of vitamin D, also known as the sunshine vitamin. And number 3 is to eat during daylight hours, which taps into the trend in intermittent fasting to optimize digestion and metabolism that also reduces Alzheimer's risk. So let's take a look at these 3 sunshine diet wellness hacks. Hack number 1 of the sunshine diet is to eat foods kissed by the sun. This includes fruits, berries, vegetables, and nuts. If you study all the diets over the last 100 years, things like keto, gluten-free, organic, vegan, paleo, Atkins, or Dukan, which is popularized by Britain's Princess of Wales, aka also known as Kate Middleton, only one diet continues to emerge as the most scientifically proven diet to improve longevity, and that is the Mediterranean-style diet. Since the 1950s, this method of eating has been identified as one of the evidence-based healthiest diets you can adopt. Its roots are based on a lifestyle for many centuries practiced in the sunny climes of Italy, Greece, Spain, Croatia, and other countries along the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean diet was first popularized in the Blue Zone studies and book by Dan Buettner, and he wrote about the lessons on living longer from the people who have lived the longest. This was a global analysis of the secrets of the centenarians, people who lived to 100 and beyond. Blue Zone's research found eating foods nurtured in sunshine and eating socially with family and friends are key reasons why some people in Sardinia, Italy, which is a Blue Zone, have lived to 100 years and beyond. Now, the basics of the Mediterranean diet are, as we said, foods that are kissed by the sun. Plenty of fruits, vegetables, also whole grain bread, small servings of potatoes, but also beans, nuts, and seeds. And these should be eaten daily. Now, olive oil should be the primary fat source, as well as using and ingesting olives, avocados, and peanut butter. Dairy products, eggs, and fish, especially omega-3 fatty acid fish like salmon, and poultry should be eaten 3 to 5 times weekly. And you can drink red wine in moderation. Now, what is not allowed are processed red meats, things like hot dogs, heavily processed foods, including frozen meals that have a lot of sodium, refined grains, alcohol other than red wine, and butter and refined processed or hydrogenated oils. You can have occasional treats on the Mediterranean diet, and they do say that sweets or even some meats can be eaten once a month. Now, while the Mediterranean diet is a proven best diet for longevity, if you really want to improve your brain health by reducing inflammation in your diet, which is the bad actor in causing oxidative stress, ultimately leading to chronic illnesses such as heart disease and Alzheimer's, then you want to embrace the MIND diet. Now, the MIND diet is really a combination of the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet to lower sodium and improve heart health. What makes the MIND diet different from the Mediterranean diet is you eat more berries and leafy greens. In fact, you need 7 servings of each, the berries and the leafy greens, per day. In studies done on the MIND diet, autopsies of the participants revealed Mind Diet brains appeared 12 years younger. Other studies show cognitive function is sharper when following a Mind Diet. Now, I interviewed Dr. Bonnie Kaplan, who wrote the Better Brain book, on my podcast in Season 2, Episode 4. And she talked about micronutrients and the microbiome. And she said 57% of adults and 67% of children are eating way too many chemicals in processed foods. And in fact, she ties this microbiome deficiency to the increase in mental health, which is right now around 21% of the overall population, whereas 50 years ago, it was only 3%. Also, Dr. Annie Fenn, who wrote the Brain Health Kitchen Cookbook, I also interviewed on my podcast. She was in Season 3, Episode 23, and she absolutely recommends the Mind Diet, and many of the recipes and wonderful foods in her Brain Health Kitchen Cookbook are based on the Mind Diet. Now, hack number 2 of the Sunshine Diet is to increase your intake from vitamin D, also known as the sunshine vitamin. Vitamin D is necessary for the absorption of calcium, which plays a key role in maintaining bone strength. However, up to 40% of U.S. residents are deficient in vitamin D. During the coronavirus pandemic, sales of vitamin D supplements surged, as some news reports indicated increased intake of this vitamin may help boost immunity against the COVID-19 virus. Now, while most scientists are still weighing this hypothesis, most medical experts agree vitamin D is one of the few dietary supplements shown to boost immunity to fight colds and seasonal flu. Eating foods high in vitamin D, such as salmon, sardines, tuna, egg yolks, orange juice, oatmeal, and milk, or if you're lactose-free, then lactose-free milk, or lactose intolerant, then you want that lactose-free milk, can help your health with increased immunity and bone density. And this then helps prevent falls, particularly in older adults who have a deficiency in bone strength. And hack number 3 in the Sunshine Diet is to eat during sunlight hours, or what we call farmer's hours, which is the most efficient way to maintain or lose weight. Studies have found a daylight-only eating ritual resembles our ancient beginnings from 2 million years ago up until the era of living on farms in the 1800s. This may be why researchers have found our metabolism is more efficient during these daylight hours, since it is tied to our circadian rhythms, which are our sleep-wake cycles. In fact, eating your last meal of the day in the late afternoon hours during dusk before the sun sets increases your metabolism by 10%, and it is the most efficient part of the day to eat. If you eat after dark, it makes the body think it must stay awake, since it takes a few hours to completely digest the food. Now, farmers' hours are also tied to the trend in intermittent fasting, which some studies are showing can lower your dementia risk. By eating during a 10-hour window and then fasting for 14 hours, it means, first of all, you have less time to consume calories. The studies also suggest that a 10-hour eating window can improve mood, energy levels, stabilize blood sugar levels, and reduce hunger. And this helps with weight management and decreases risk for obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and Alzheimer's. You can adjust the 8 to 10 hour window in which you eat, but try to keep it during sunlight hours to not disrupt sleep and to maximize your metabolism. I hope you enjoyed this Me Time Monday Wellness Hack. Every Monday, I will have a new self-care in 7 minutes video. You can find more information in my book, Me Time Monday, the weekly wellness plan to find balance and joy for a busy life, or visit MeTimeMonday.com or CaregivingClub.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our Caregiving Club YouTube channel to get all the self-care in 7 minutes videos every Monday. Take care and stay well.